Thank you for the sipper too.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and the hotter wins. Today, we're joined by.
Wrong show. Not this one.
That's cool.
Not this one.
Welcome everybody on YouTube land. That was Ryan's fake introduction for our other fake show.
Just a general shout out to Sean Evans. Good man.
Yeah.
Wait, are any of these mine?
One of them is. I think probably that one or this one, depending on which one you want.
Drank out of that one. What do you want? Hoppy or
right
summer?
Oh, Jesus.
Are you good? You're normal. Keep your hands on the keys there.
Hey.
Oh, I know what happened. That was also not nice. Sorry about that. What
This
happened?
whole experience is not super enjoyable. So.
Oh yeah, welcome to the
Yeah. Why do you think that we're like, shut up, Jared, quit messing with things? Our ears are about to explode.
Hopefully.
Mostly.
Mostly. I'm gonna take that as you didn't mean me.
Take it however you want.
Sure, man.
Probably take it right in your pussy.
Everybody's cell phone off.
This guy is absurd. Yep.
Oh.
Do we have? Okay, everybody has a coaster except for me.
Keep your coasters well. God damn, we've done PSAs about
Coaster
that.
up.
I am aware.
All right. Now, fellas.
Yeah. I thought we were gonna do more. Okay.
Yeah,
ladies.
I was.
Wait if I can object.
That's why I was waiting.
Well, looks like you're gonna keep waiting, then, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Well, whenever you guys are ready. What beer should we drink first?
Settle here.
Excuse me.
Should we just straight start with the Game of Thrones one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wiener.
Wiener.
I was waiting and you guys were going to do it. I was going to be the only one to say it again. It'd be the last one. Be like, me too, guys. Me too. I want to play.
No, you just take it.
Take it like your mom.
Oh. I told her you were Joan.
Or your dad. Because
I say nothing but lies to people about you, apparently. Nice guy, my ass.
I think we are starting with the got beer. That's what we should call this.
Got beer?
Yeah.
Got beer.
The GOT beer, got beer. This is a got beer called Mother of Dragon.
I'll pull the cage off of that one too, so it's faster.
Depending on temperature, you might.
What?
Nah, you're good. I'm just letting you know the cage is on there.
Cage. Oh, so it doesn't explode?
Yeah.
No, that'll be awesome.
I'm just thinking of equipment more than I am. Like, it would be awesome, yes, but.
It's just a cork. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
If it's not, well, then you just get the self-esteem, self-concept push to just know that you're right, or you be validated.
Yeah, usually those times in life that you have that little self-validation of being right, you're never ever able to gloat or say anything awesome about it. Like, hey, I told you.
I'll let you. It's
Yeah,
fine. It's all right.
Again, just run with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can we fucking get going?
Well, I'm waiting for noise and shit to settle here. All right. Okay. All right. I'm good to go here. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody out there. I hope you're doing fine. I'm sure you are. Thanks for tuning in to another Brewnomics podcast, episode number 67. I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
I'm Vic.
I'm Will.
All right. So happy Cinco de Mayo. It will not be Cinco de Mayo by the time you listen to this, probably, unless you're tuning in live, but, in spirit. We hope you had a fun one.
Hope so.
Hope your
This
head's not hurting today.
episode has nothing to do with Cinco de Mayo
No.
or cervezas or anything like that. I mean, kind of cervezas, but not like Mexican cervezas. it's more towards the pop culture wrap up of Game of Thrones. Kind of.
Me.
Kind of. More about dragons and the fact that we don't watch Game of Thrones and what we would rather do than watch Game of Thrones when it comes to dragons. Oh, this is going to be fun. I feel like we're going to make a lot of people mad.
What are you talking about? The only people that are really watching this on YouTube right now are probably watching Game of Thrones because that's when we record.
Touche. But the exciting thing about Game of Thrones is they have a whole lineup of beer.
Yes.
By Omegang Brewery. I think Vic and I did a one-off review on one. It was the shit. I can't remember what it was called. It was the sour and a blonde mixed together. All like these beers are a blend of two. This is the Mother of Dragons, and this is a smoked porter and creek ale blend. I got it from Brewer's Haven, and the guy said it's not very much of a creek ale though. And I said, the fuck is a creek ale? He's like, that's like a wildly fermented ale, like a cherry ale or something like that. That's what a creek ale is. So
it's a backwoods kind of brewed ale, essentially.
Pretty much. So yeah, I guess let's give this one a shot. A smoked porter and creek ale blend. This I think is going to be quite interesting. Does it have a description? Can you find one on the interwebs?
Yeah, I just wanted to. I found out the beer that we did a one-off of. It was called the Queen.
Oh, thank you, because they have the
Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, the Mother of Dragons, whatever. I don't know.
They have a whole series of Game of Thrones.
And I think there's another one on top of this too. And then they have some whiskeys and shit. So I mean, I will pay respect to them that they do offer. It seems like some decent brews. What was it? The Johnny Walker? Don't they have didn't they do like their White Walker
Yes,
whiskey?
they have a White Walker.
And then I think there's like an
whiskey.
official Game of Thrones.
No, but that is it. It is the White Walker by Johnny Walker.
All right.
Crazy, great. Yeah, so I pulled up some Untapped stats. This is the wildly popular beer. Go figure. So it has 20,400 check-ins. It has 4,005 check-ins this month. It is the 5th day of May, by the way. It is sitting at 6.6 alcohol by volume, 24 IBUs, and has an average rating of 3.72, derived from 17,700 ratings. Added August 15th, 2018.
Who wants to read that? Holy shit. Untapped novella. Do you guys want to rotate? Each one of you can take a paragraph?
Oh, gosh.
Like popcorn?
No.
Not really. You know what? We're just going to take a selection here. This is not the whole thing, but here's a piece.
If you really want to read the whole thing, Google it.
Yeah. So here's the most important part I'm finding. It says, Mother of Dragon pours a deep ruby-tinted mahogany with a creamy tan head. Aromas of chocolate-covered cherries intertwine in subtle smoke and roasted malt. The flavor is rich with tart cherry up front, leading to a centered palate of semi-sweet chocolate, then resolving to subtle smoke, mild sweetness. The mouthfeel is luxuriously creamy and full, and the finish is semi-dry with lingering notes of smoke and cherry sweetness. Mother of Dragons is 0.6% alcohol by volume, and pairs well with smoked Gouda, charcuterie, braised meats, and rich desserts like flourless chocolate cake and cherry cheesecake.
A flourless chocolate cake.
Have you ever had that?
Not one with flour. No, I haven't.
It's like a very dry brownie, typically, is what I find. Flourless chocolate cake is. Yeah, it's
Nice fluffy.
It's very flaky.
Flaky. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But it's good. But yeah, it's definitely like a brownie, but not moist.
Oh,
That's nothing about that. I mean, yeah.
I know.
I like the moisture though. So interesting. Although I will say I respect every time a beer has their food pairings. I think we've mentioned that many times before on the show. This was it's a 750 milliliter bottle, pretty much the size of a bottle of wine, and $11.99 is what I paid for it at Brewer's Haven.
Okay.
$11.99 for 750 milliliter bottle.
But it is also a specialty thing, and it's a fan thing that a lot of people genuinely love.
Yeah. For being branded, you're not paying much for the brand there, I don't think.
I don't think so at all, actually.
Yeah.
I think this is, all things considered, I think it's This whole series
Mhm.
is very reasonably priced.
Considering the amount of craft that goes into it, I'm quite impressed by it.
Well, we've had a fair amount of things from Omegang on here. They're at Cooperstown, New York. They're pretty freaking good, I think.
I really like Omegang a
Mhm.
lot. They are a good bunch of cats. What do you guys think of the beer?
We've actually had their fruition on the show twice. We did that by accident. Yeah,
Oops.
it's okay. One of the episodes was the fruit beer episode, and that episode went forever. So,
Sure.
but yeah, they're a good brewery.
Gang sounds like a metahuman gang. Gang, like DC property. I like this beer.
It's a good
I
beer.
like the way it smells. You do get in my opinion, a large hint of that cherry. I like the way it coats my mouth. I think it's not that boozy, but I'm trying to imagine myself in the world of GOT as I drink this.
Yeah. Just picture lots of rape going on around you. A little bit of incest.
Don't forget the
And-
rape and incest at the same time.
And then some dragons.
And some dragons.
I like this beer too. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's very smooth.
It is actually really
And
smooth.
it's not heavy as much as you might think by that description that we
It
read.
does have that little hint of kind of that creek, that wild L, as it were, because we've had some of those creek sours
Yes.
before that I did not like, but I can see with a little bit of that balance in with kind of a smoked porter like this. And I also usually don't like smoked porters.
Because you don't like smoke.
Exactly. But somehow this works.
I agree.
I actually enjoy it. What was the untapped rating on this again?
3.72.
Not bad. Okay. I actually like that because I say I'd sit this 3.5 probably.
Would you? Okay.
I don't know if I go to a 3.75. I might change it, but probably wouldn't be able to drink a whole hell of a lot of these.
Paula, did you give it a rating?
I'm gonna give it a 3.75. Actually, I love that hint of booziness. I'm not getting too much smoke at all, which I'm trying to find myself right now. But the way it tastes, I think is just the bees.
Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it.
I'm gonna double down on that with a 3.75. There's like that weird cherry flavor in there that I'm getting, and that's the only thing that's keeping it from being higher for me.
I like the cherry flavor with it, though. I think that's part of it. Adds a little bit of that redness to it that you need. So I
like it. Yeah, this
It's
is
your
one of
taste
the
buds.
few examples where I think cherry was done correctly in this beer.
cherry's a very difficult flavor for beer.
It's
It
a different
is.
fruit. It's a very difficult fruit to get into a beer and then get it done well. I've had a fair amount of beers that have not disappointed me. No, I would go. I'll triple down with you guys. 3.75 for me. I think it's reasonably rated. I do like everything that's going on in here. I'm not getting a lot of the smoke. I don't know about you guys, but maybe it's my nose and my taste buds are.
I'm not either. Which
I don't get any.
again, which is why I like this one a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
I don't get any smoke.
Which I'm all right with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Good. All right.
Good. So a nice bounce on there. So yeah, well done, okay. Shall we?
Like Omegang, it's like the fatal five.
Right.
Yeah. Omegang.
So this is not this episode's not necessarily an attack on Game of Thrones. It's not. Well, maybe I'll probably attack it. For reasons aforementioned, like the rape and incest and stuff. Have you guys ever watched Game of Thrones?
I have seen 2 episodes
2 episodes.
of the first season.
I watched all the way through the 4th season and was done after that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I felt like I
Yeah.
gave it a fair
Yeah,
run.
you
You
definitely
did.
gave it a fair run.
So
Give it the college try, man.
yeah, I feel justified with my disdain of the show.
I have enough friends that watch the show that follow it that I am able to keep up with the conversations and everything. But yeah, with all the rape and incest and everything and the genitalia that's splashing around, I'm not interested.
Yep.
Cool. So I
You know how
haven't
I
watched
keep
a
up?
single episode.
The only way I keep up with Game of Thrones is by Facebook. Memes.
You almost can't not
They're
do it
everywhere.
that way.
I'm good that way.
Cool. So I guess that's the disclaimer. But before we get into it, let's talk about some news going on in the world. There is one we have to get out of the way. We have to take a sip for the legendary Peter Mayhew, the first
Oh, yeah.
Chewbacca, 74 years old. So, but he was a big dude and super, like, obviously, size of Chewbacca. Guys that all big don't tend to live that long. I think he had the acromegalia
Yeah.
I like giantism.
giantism
Yeah.
sort of thing. But thanks for bringing Chewbacca into our world. I
Mhm.
wish I could do a good Chewie noise. Here's to you, Mr. Mayhew. To Chewie.
Thanks,
Chewie.
Gator. Chewie.
I'll put a chewing noise in there later.
Yes.
Thank
That
you.
would be awesome. So this I read. So have you guys heard of the movie Chaos Walking?
No.
No.
No. Did you also notice, and I know the answer to this is no, because I didn't, Tom Holland was apparently not at the premiere of Avengers Endgame.
Oh, really?
Because he was duct taped to a chair somewhere?
There's this movie, Chaos Walking, which is based off of a book that is kind of like the Earth's dying, so humans have to go and colonize this planet, and there's this weird alien. It's like habitable, but there's this alien virus that kills a lot of the women and turns the men into telepaths. I don't know, it really makes no sense to me. But apparently it doesn't to Lionsgate either, because they did like their initial viewing of it. And they're like, this is unwatchable. We have to reshoot like the whole movie. So it's Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley to where they don't even know how long it is. They're like, we're pretty much just starting over.
Wow.
Jeez.
To the point where it didn't even let poor Tom Holland go to the premiere. They're like, this is fucked.
Wow.
You need to go back and fix it.
That sucks.
So
Well, it's interesting because as the cast of the Avengers hasn't actually seen the movie before the premiere at all, so he has no idea what the movie is at all. Because I saw a lot of interviews with Paul Rudd and a lot of other cast members, like, we haven't seen the movie yet.
yeah, well, and I saw, especially with Tom Holland, because he has such a problem with keeping his adorable little mouth shut,
Oh, yeah.
that they literally only gave him his parts of the script, and only just before they were shooting too.
Mhm.
So they didn't even let him know what was going on around.
Didn't even know. Like, I think they gave him his lines and they didn't even tell him who he was speaking to.
Like who's speaking? Of course he'd figure it out. He's a smart kid, but still, I thought it was funny how they had it especially tightened up for Tom Holland.
I wonder if that's going to be a problem going forward or whatever.
Nah, he'll grow up. He's still young. He's
Okay.
excited. He's learning.
I hope so.
But maybe
Because
not.
he's a good Spider-Man.
Some of them never do learn. Speaking of good Spider-Man, there's this, I read this article, who was it from? I can't remember. But this happened in Brazil. There's this 15-year-old boy who was posing as a 14-year-old girl online, luring pedophiles to a park, and then dressed as Spider-Man was beating the crap out of these dudes. But he had like brass knuckles with him, and he just got arrested. I just read this like yesterday. So they had a picture of the kid with his Spider-Man costume, pretty good costume, I'm not gonna lie. But they didn't say how many men, if it was just one, release his name or anything like that. But
Awesome.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Because one, yeah, fuck pedophiles.
Mhm.
They should get beat. But you're a 15-year-old boy putting yourself like, I guess assume some of these are very large grown men.
I don't know
That will
the
kill you.
firearm laws in Brazil.
Oh, Brazil's a wild, wild west.
So,
But
yeah.
still, either way. But no, he had, I guess they said, like 4 knives on him
Oh, gosh.
and brass knuckles, and I don't know what else with it. But don't do that. Don't pose as a teenager and try to lure grown men in and take it into your own hands and fisticuffs them, even if you have a dope ass Spider-Man costume.
Especially.
Go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, just that's a better use of your time. Call the police.
Mhm.
But
Why they do.
yeah, I guess and he had a thumb drive full of just like a whole bunch of pedophile conversations that he had recorded from a whole bunch of just people he lured.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kind of impressed by this kid. Dude.
A little, I mean, don't get me wrong too, but it also makes me wonder, he's only 15 years old. What's happened to this poor child to make him feel like he has to do this?
Dude, he's going
Or
to do it again.
somebody in his family or something.
Oh man, I can only imagine, man.
He's going to keep going.
We'll see. But
You'll probably hear something in the future. It's my prediction.
I kind of want to like keep tabs on the story, see if there is any development.
Yeah, this goes 2 ways. He'll only get better at what he does, or he will stop. And I somehow foresee him not stopping. So he'll only find ways to get better. Probably kill somebody.
Or somebody will kill him.
Yeah, or somebody will kill him. Either
Mhm.
way.
Yeah. Sad.
Sad.
Crazy world. Yeah, but a cool Spider-Man costume.
Damn, that's all right.
That's all right.
Don't take it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Just don't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation.
No, not at all. Yeah. There's people who get paid to do that. They're called police officers. Let them do their job.
Yeah.
They're real heroes.
And I don't know the political situation in Brazil, but I have heard not good.
Oh, yeah, it's like a third world country out there, man. It's not good.
Which,
Not good.
by all rights, probably shouldn't be.
No,
Which is that much more interesting.
absolutely.
But anyways,
Moving on.
we don't talk about that sort of stuff here. Do you guys have any news? And I do have more, but I'm kind of tired of talking.
I was looking for a good transition, but no, I got something. We've all been kind of following Toy Story 4 and what role Keanu Reeves is going to have in it. We know that he was casted. We were all kind of speculating what he was going to do. We've now found out the name of his character. They actually came out with a TV spot that kind of featured him. His name is going to be Duke Kaboom, a Canadian version of what do you call it? Just like Evel Knievel.
Oh,
Essentially.
Stuntman.
Yeah, a little stuntman guy on a motorbike, doing a lot of action figure poses on motorbikes. The interesting thing that I find about this is he has this awesome, commercial that shows him doing amazing stunts. I think he comes with his action figure comes with a bike and a ramp, and like the little flaming loop thing that's not actually on fire, it's just fire plastic. But he doesn't work. He's a toy that cannot make that jump. As much as he tries, he can't make it.
Oh, he's a failed toy?
Yeah, he's a toy that it doesn't work like as advertised, right? And so he just kind of tries to make up for it by, being Mr. Macho and posing on his bike, doing all these other different kinds of, stunt rides, but can't make that jump. So this is the first time that they've ever had that.
He's going to make the jump.
Oh, we hope.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Just a guess.
He's got to overcome his barrier.
Yeah. So first time that they've ever had that on a toy that doesn't work in that series. And I don't know, I think it's going to be kind of fun. Jerry just
I made a
spilled
mess.
beer, so we're going to vamp a little bit here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Well, for the live people, I don't know if we need to edit this out or not, but one of the other things that we've got coming up here at Brewnomics is on the 18th of May, we are going to brew our first beer together, our first Brewnomics beer.
Yes, we are.
At Craft Brewers of Boise, which is off of Orchard, over there on the bench, kind of over by St. Al's. And so we're going to do that on the 18th of May, and we're starting at 4 p.m. We'll probably get there a little bit earlier, but we'd love it if you all came down and just kind of said hi, chilled. It's a really chill place. We're going to be brewing and stuff. We're going to be drinking beers, but there's going to be enough of us that we can have somebody, making sure that the beer moves along at a good pace. But we'll be there from probably like 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. that Saturday. So come on out and say hi, craft a beer with us, and yeah, be good to see you all.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, this is for Will's birthday, right?
Yeah, we're brewing the beer before my birthday, and then later on we'll go bottle it on an undisclosed date, so that way we can drink it, and we'll tell you if it's good or not.
Our first Brewnomics brew.
Yeah.
Are there any recipes that we're looking at, or are we just going to wing it? What are we doing?
We're going to be brewing a slight variant on a traditional Irish red ale.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we all really like reds, so I felt like it was really fitting. And I have a friend who does his own homebrew stuff, and he passed along his recipe to me. And when I tried this beer, it was the best beer I've ever had in my entire life.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm happy to
skate it in the wintertime.
Oh, I would bathe in this stuff if I
In the
could.
springtime.
Like, it was that delicious. So hopefully we're going to recreate that 1-to-1. But speaking of beer, it looks like we're about out. So what do we got next on deck, Jerry?
Well, I'm about out because I just fucking spilled mine all over the place.
Yep. Shit happens. What are you going to do?
Yeah, you kick
Fucking
ass,
up
bro.
and pour
Yeah.
more beer.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Almost fell over on the way back.
I saw that.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So to continue on with our Dragon main episode here, all of the beer we're drinking is pretty much Dragon themed.
We got this idea from one of our followers on Facebook one night. I cannot remember his name, but thank you.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
The whole idea?
Well, yeah, the whole idea to feature a whole bunch of beers that have dragons in their name. Yeah.
It was Zeb.
Zeb. Thank you, Zeb.
Zeb's a very old friend of mine. He's a crazy man, but he's a good man.
Well, this next beer, cheers to you, Zeb. Thank you.
So this one is from Dogfish Head. This is actually a pretty cool one. I'm excited to try it. I have not had it yet. This was part of their record store day. This is their collaboration with the Flaming Lips, and it's called Dragons and Yum Yums. 6.5% alcohol, and it is a type of beer. It doesn't say much on the bottle at all. It's a dope-ass label, very artsy, pink, some
bright pink.
Yeah. Did you find anything online?
Yeah, so this is a pale ale type of beer. It's sitting at 6.5%, 25 IBUs. It has an average rating on Untapped of 3.62. That is derived from approximately 60,000 ratings. It has a total of 75,000 ratings. It was added February of last year. It says, a music collaboration of epic proportions with the Flaming Lips. This lip-smackingly tart pale ale is brewed with dragon fruit, yumberry, passion fruit, pear juice, and black carrot juice for an explosion of fruit in every sip.
This is a crazy fucking color.
Yeah, the cool thing, so they released, Sam Calagione in conjunction with the Flaming Lips, released this beer with a special album. So there was like this see-through sort of album, and there was some of this beer actually in the album.
It's actually a pink vinyl.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So this was really cool. The Flaming Lips are from the UK. Okay, yep. So this was they did a specialty release over this where they brewed a whole bunch of this beer, but part of it was they actually pressed the beer into the vinyl with it. So the vinyl has a little bit with it. And there's a great story online about how Sam Calagione said he couldn't legally take American beer into the UK. It just goes against some sort of export laws or whatever it may
import
be.
Tariff thing.
Yeah, so he smuggled it in.
That's a lot to smuggle.
So he
did it.
Well, they only made like 500 albums. And
okay.
it wasn't like the whole albums were made with beer, just put beer in it. So I think he probably only took a few bombers or something like that over there. But yeah, smuggled it, met some dude at a drop point, gave it to the guy, turned around, got on a plane, and flew right back out.
Nice.
Yeah, he told a pretty hilarious story that I think is on the Dogfish Head YouTube channel.
Oh, right. Cool.
That I watched it, so highly recommend that. But yeah, I would love to be able to get a hold of one of those records. I'm sure they're super expensive.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that. No, I saw like some actually like liquid beer chilling in some of his albums that were being released in at least the US. I did not know about that UK story. That's pretty rad.
So yeah, what do you got? Anything else on here before we drink it?
No, it's time to drink.
Time to drink. So this looks like a Shasta soda or something, almost
like a strawberry.
Yeah, super low carbonated, freaking pink on here. Yeah.
It looks like peach Jello by the color.
Okay, I can see that.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I cannot.
There's absolutely no foam or no head on this beer at all.
Yeah, it's super low foam, super low head.
You guys smelling any kind of fruit? Getting any fruit notes off that? I'm getting a weird smell, but I don't know what it is.
I feel like it's almost a little tart smell.
Well, that's part of the description, so you might be onto something. But no, I think it's pretty low in aroma, really.
I've never listened to you guys. I'm sorry.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, really low on the odor, though, I think.
What's the intent of this beer? What is it supposed to taste like?
It's supposed to be an American pale ale. definitely intense.
So a dragon fruit, young berry, passion fruit, pear juice, and black carrot. So a juicy pale ale,
Okay. A very
like a health fruit,
like a sweet,
Yeah.
a sweet health fruit.
Man, I'm not getting a. It's very muted taste-wise for me, but it's my allergies right now, so I don't know.
Well, smell-wise, it's definitely pretty muted. With as much fruit is in there, it seems pretty mellow too. Paula, Will, what do you guys think?
I think the way it tastes, it's aptly described.
Yeah.
I do taste the fruit in there. I do, I get the pale ale of it. I just wish I had more of a nose to it so I can enjoy it more.
Okay. So I'm not alone on the not being able to smell anything. Right on. What about you, Will?
Everything that Paula said, I think it's probably one of the more sweeter, non-bitter type of pale ales I've ever had, which is different.
It's a different pale ale. That's for dang sure.
Yeah, I don't not like it. It doesn't taste like beer to me.
Yeah, I think.
No.
Yeah.
You're right. As I said, yeah, definitely. It's almost more like a Radler,
Yeah.
but it's 6.5%. Versus beers like this typically sit like 4% or less sometimes.
It's not overtly sweet like a framboise,
Yeah.
right? Like that has like a very sweet, almost tart. It's so sweet to it. This is just mellow, easy drinking.
Easy drinking, up in your face, oh.
Which makes me conflicted because like I like it a lot actually. Now that I'm kind of coming to that realization that it is so smooth.
It's an easy fucking drinker.
All
That's
day.
for sure.
Yeah, dude, I could knock back bottles of this.
I feel like it would get too sweet though. Like I've taken a few more drinks and I almost feel like, was it kind of Gatorade has the same effect where you just get like that sugary coating on your teeth?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little bit of that from this. I'm not a huge
You get that sticky saliva in like the back of your mouth. That's what happens to me with Gatorade anyways.
Okay. So who wants to rate it first?
I will.
Okay.
3.75.
Oh, all right.
Yes,
All right.
I do like all the fruity notes. I like that's a pale ale that I can drink more of.
Mhm.
'Cause a lot of times I'm just like, I'm cool.
Pale ales can be kind of boring.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
A little bland.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's something I would just have like a sixer with me.
I would love to try this on draft to see what it was like fresh.
It's a
Yeah.
good thought. Yeah, I like that.
Do we know when this was bottled at all? And how much did it cost?
It was, I can't remember what the 6-pack was. I think it was like $2.79 a bottle, though, for a 12-ounce bottle to buy them single. I want to say the sixer was like $11.99, $12.99, right around there.
And also the Flaming Lips. I mean,
Yeah,
they're amazing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Flaming Lips too. So, no, all in all, I enjoy this. I would happily drink it again. It's a pretty fun beer. It's a unique beer. It'd be a great beer to take over to a barbecue, along with this album if you can find it. Listen to some fun summer indie hits.
Right? I choose you, Jerry Basco. What's your rating?
I think I'll stick right there with you, PK, and go with the 3.75 also. I don't think it's overpriced. I like the uniqueness of it. I do like the fruitiness. My only qualm, if it smelled better, it would be a 4. Or if it smelled, almost would be where it's at.
I'm just going to compare this to all the other pale ales that I've had, and I typically don't like pale ales that much, so I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay, cool.
Wow. I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna do 3.75. I like it a lot. I'm not getting a lot from the nose, which I wish I had more from it. But yeah, just the fact that it was that collabo with the Flaming Lips. And this is a very nice, unique take on a pale ale.
Mm-hmm. And music, I am a sucker for music and beer collaborations. Sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's a band I don't necessarily like, I do like these guys, the Flaming Lips, but I've had, who was it? Georgetown and I think G11 Special Sauce. Don't like them. Think they're shitty heavy music. But I still bought the beer anyways because.
Oscar Blues just came out with something. I want to say it might have been a Rolling Stones thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'd have to check that out again. I'll find it for the show because this seems to be something that we've been doing. But yeah, we all know that like Belching Beaver does the Deftones thing. There's been like 3 of those.
4 of them.
4 of them, yeah.
4 of those ones, and then Iron Maiden has a whole series of them. Def Leppard came out with one. Pearl Jam did one with Georgetown Brewing. I could be wrong on the G-Love in George. It doesn't matter, but they're awesome. If there are any you guys come across, let us know. We want to get a hold of them.
Maybe it's Guns N' Roses.
There's the Guns N' Rosé from Oscar Blues.
That's what it was then, yeah. That's what it was.
I don't think it's a collaboration. I think it's just clever naming, though.
All right.
Okay. Do we all rate it?
Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
Yes, okay. All right, more news here. Let's just kind of move on. We saw the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, it did?
And we shrieked in fear.
I think the universe shrieked in fear.
Yeah.
So much to where the studio actually just came out, I think yesterday, on their Twitter page, and they're like, we get it, guys. This sucks. Hold tight. We're going to do a total redesign of Sonic.
Really? Wow.
Pretty much. Not in those exact words, but it was like, we love your criticism. Thank you so much for your passion. Hold tight. Redesign soon. But yeah, like straight up said, Jesus, guys, lay off us. We'll fix it.
Wow. Well, that's what.
I don't know if that's going to fix the plot, though, because from what I've read with the plot and what it gave away in the trailer, it still seems fucking stupid.
Right. Jim Carrey was the best thing about that.
For shizzle.
Because he's Jim Carrey.
I have no dog in this fight.
Yeah?
Yeah. Never really played Sonic. I wasn't a Sega guy.
Fair enough.
Child.
Sega as a franchise, though, is one that I did play as a child. I played the shit out of some Sonic when I was a little girl, man. But it has gone so downhill, and all the sequels were bad, and the reboots were bad, and the TV series were bad. I'm legitimately surprised Sonic hasn't died. And I think it's just because that nostalgia bit when video games were just in their heyday, that Sonic was so strong and such a success, it somehow hasn't kicked the butt.
He was a cartoon character. I mean, that was the hugest thing for video games. That's what pushed video games.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of this, my only dog in the fight is the digital artists that were probably making the original Sonic, and they were telling the higher ups like, no, we need to do it this way. No, we need to do it this way. And the higher ups like, no, make him look more human, make him look more believable. The mocap will be easier and all this stuff. And obviously, they didn't listen because you gotta think that that's what happened. Mm-hmm. And now that they're like, oh crap, there's been this much backlash. All right, I guess they're right.
I'm curious to see how the redesign goes, though, because I've seen like a few hints at it, and it actually looks pretty good. But this makes me think of how, like, with the Aladdin one, when Will Smith, the first trailer came out and he was the genie and he was not blue. They're like, oh, what the fuck? The genie's not blue? And then they change it and make him blue. And they were like, oh my God, he looks so fucking terrible. Why did they make him look like this?
They turned him into a Smurf because you fucking told them.
Exactly. And then when they change it, they're still like, no, that wasn't the change we wanted. That we didn't know what we wanted. Like,
wow. The whole Family Guy episode.
Dude, you gotta love that outrage, man.
Outrage no matter what.
Exactly. As long as we
rage.
have something to rage about, man. That is not even nerd rage. It's just sad internet losers that have nothing better in life to do.
Well, they're just so depressed from politics, they don't want to have to.
Or their shitty
face
jobs
that.
or
relationships.
relationships
Rage is the new opiate of the masses.
where somehow it's the, Sonic's fault.
Sure.
Got anything else for us, Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you guys see who the latest cast member announced to Fast and the Furious 9?
I did. So I won't guess when you want to have them guess.
John Cena.
It was John Cena.
And there it is.
Yeah.
And there it is.
It was the Marine.
Do you think he's going to be the new Hobbs?
I hope he's not a villain.
Depends. I mean, this universe is exploding, right? Not exploding, but
I don't think he'll be a villain because Vin Diesel straight up called him like a hero of the people or something to that effect. So Dwayne Johnson's gone from this. He said they're not going to do this one because he's more invested into Hobbs and Shaw. So I don't think he's coming back to the Fast and the Furious franchise after this one.
Oh, you don't think
Hobbs
at
and
all?
Shaw.
You think that they're going to just
I
spin
don't
that
think
off
so,
and make
because
it a full
I think so
thing?
because I think him and Vin Diesel hate each other that much to where they're just not going to work with each other anymore. And so in comes John Cena.
All right. John Triton. We'll see what happens.
I said that silly. It's like, God, why is this franchise still happening?
Dude, it makes
Because
billions of dollars. That's why.
it's the Fast and Furious.
Exactly.
Yep. It's a juggernaut.
It's soon going to become a Transformer, and it's not like the very end movie. They're just going to be a fucking Megazord.
Oh my god, that would be amazing!
Like, dude, like Paul and I said, they will go to space, and it will be Fast and the Furious in space one day.
And that's their cosmic franchise. That's how they get into that.
Yep, that would make sense.
They have their own jacket. They're straight up superheroes, man. I don't even understand. That's who they are. They are straight up
Especially fucking
superheroes.
Vin Diesel with those, man, and The Rock in them. But especially Vin Diesel.
There's
Yeah.
like 10 movies already, and then now they're coming out with Hobbs and Shaw, like they're 11. So,
Okay, this is Fast and the Furious 9?
what, Hobbs and Shaw is 9? No.
No,
Hobbs
John
and Shaw
Cena's
is
going to be in
spin-off.
9.
In
Yeah.
the universe, not the series proper. There were 2 other spin-off movies that featured the guys that were in the heist of in number 5. They were from the same director that were in previous movies, and they tied those 2 roles in, and they're technically part of the Fast and Furious canon.
Okay.
I think I know what you're talking about, but also I think he might bring in Bumblebee. Like that's how that comes into like the other phase of the Fast and Furious.
You think John Cena is going to bring in Bumblebee?
Why not?
Why not? That would, you know what? I could actually, if are they both Paramount?
You got me.
You got me, bro.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
because they
both
could do
shit.
that. Yeah, they're both kind of crap movies. They got nothing else to do.
Why not? Bring him in.
Bring them in.
Make
Let's
it
talk
happen.
about
Save the
it.
world again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It'll be silly. It's gonna be real silly.
The only thing I have left, because I don't care about Fast and the Furious spin-off movies. I just thought it was funny that John Cena's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to talk about Endgame numbers real quick.
Oh, sure.
Nothing about the movie, no spoilers or anything, just purely box office numbers.
Yeah.
This is crazy. That's just history in the making happening right now. As of today, $2.2 billion worldwide.
This is their first almost 2 weeks. Just a week.
So
It's been a full week.
Yeah.
Two weekends.
it's officially the 5th movie to hit over $2 billion. 11 days total time from release to now when it came out.
Dude, that is
They
asses
hit
and
1
seats.
billion in 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
11 days to 2 billion, and it is now second all play. So it officially passed Titanic, that it was like 2.157 billion or something.
Jeez.
So now it only has to go up against Avatar, right?
Yep, which is 2.8 billion. So
Oh, it's gonna pass that.
It's gonna pass that
Yeah.
by the end of the
Gosh.
month, at worst case scenario.
Well, Vic and I were having a date bender yesterday.
Mhm.
And at one point, we were just like, should we go watch Endgame again? And we had to think about it. So it's like three hours of your life.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
We
commitment,
just
yo.
drunk. Yeah, we want to watch it.
We're
pretty drunk.
again.
Well, we're like, man, that'd be 3 hours of not drinking. And we're like, oh, that's tough.
Well, it depends on where you go,
Yeah, you can pick a theater where you can drink.
We didn't feel like driving too far.
which
so-
is also true.
Paying to
for
drive anywhere.
Yeah,
Uber.
paying for an Uber. That gets expensive, man.
We just got food.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Probably made the right choice.
Then we drank about it.
And
So-
drank about it more.
That's usually what happens. You drink about it and you decide not to.
So that's all the news I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you're still sticking around. And that's all.
Cool, man. Well, here's where we're at. We're about to start our main topic of discussion about the dragons. Go ahead and watch that Brown Epiphany when you're out there. But I think in the meantime, we are going to take a quick break. And then you will listen to us. We'll be in your ear holes. about
Enjoy this
dragons.
fact about stuff.
Peace. Yeah, I think I need to get out of this room for
It's
For a second.
It's
stinking hot.
Heck!
We'll be back. If we're ending you as well.
We're going to end Facebook again.
We probably end Instagram. I didn't think.
YouTube, you're special. We're
I
keeping
didn't
you
know we could
around.
still do YouTube. I thought we couldn't do it last time.
You just can't do it mobile unless you have over
Oh, okay.
10,000 subscribers now.
So that's why we use my computer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it is warm.
Fucking thick.
Yeah, and then
yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no. You do, you don't, you do.
Take whatever
me,
trash you
him,
can, I guess.
him, me.
Take some time. Him, me, him. Him, me.
Oh my gosh. We have 3 more beers to go? I think.
I think so as well, sir.
The door's back there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, sir. Sorry.
I'm just gonna try to blow some of this out real fast. I don't know if that's gonna work. There we go.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, Brooker, we are back. It did pop.
What?
Oh, that's what that sound was. Hey, Rad.
It popped.
Hey, you were right.
We can go back to the video and watch it too. That's a funny thing.
Oh, that's legit. Right on.
Yeah. So we had a beer.
Take this out.
It was over there in the cooler,
Oh, I'm sure they will.
and it popped, and we had no idea what the hell was going on.
I didn't hear it pop. Huh. It was when I was dropping a deuce.
I don't know. I was wondering what that was. I was like, what the fuck happened?
That's how hard
I didn't hear it.
I thought it was one of the dogs. So I should have realized they were both with us.
I just thought the door was closing. I was like, that's super weird.
Aw.
I wanted this to be.
Yeah, it came all the way over here.
I mean, I was wondering where it ended up, but I knew that we were gonna miss it. All right.
Oh, dog.
What are we doing next? Dragon's Milk?
Hi, dogs.
Oh, can we do a golden drag since it popped?
Yeah, we probably should.
It's kind of telling us to do it.
It's telling us it's ready.
She's ready for it. Exactly. So on that, swipe this way.
Down?
Down, yeah. So it's on the screen itself. And then, is it on live? Live
Yeah, I
chat?
guess we could do
It says
that.
go live.
We haven't done our I tap that yet, though.
We can just leave it there and do it later. I just want to
Oh yeah, I know you like to do that one third.
Well, you'd like to do that after the break, but
Kind of ruined me my everything when you fuck with my flow.
I ruin your everything anyways, so.
Yeah, it'll make it worse.
So you want to wait on the drag then? We can.
Does
I don't
the
care.
direct need to warm up first they come down anyways? Well, we'll do whatever.
Do what you want. You do you, boo.
well, I mean, the thing is, we can't get through the entire bottle of the golden drag no matter what. So,
It says you.
well, as in this episode right now, so it's just sitting here.
Yeah, good point.
Let me actually.
I don't know if you want to move so they can sit down.
Yeah, and those dogs probably don't want to be in here since they don't have sweat glands.
Yeah, AV, you've already have enough problem with hot spots. You should get out.
You know you want to hang out, but GTFO,
EV,
please, for
Evie,
your own sake.
scoot.
come on.
For your own safety.
We love
You
you.
can't come over here, baby. You gotta go,
Gotta go that
You
way.
want me to
You
Get
gotta go over
closer.
there.
Get out. Love you. We'll see you in a bit. Scoot. Scoot. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. I know.
She's like, I don't understand.
Look, you guys.
What am I not allowed to be part of things?
You are. It's just too warm in here.
If you smell la, 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 what the rock is cooking. Oh man, I just realized none of you had your
I
headphones
took
on.
mine off halfway through that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I totally rock you on that?
You could have done it better.
Well, I didn't want to blow up your ears.
Definitely could have done it better.
It's also being a gentleman.
Jabroni.
What's that word?
Are you gonna drink that beer or
It's
just
like
stare
a
at it?
Dago slang.
I'm gonna drink it.
I like it.
I would hope so. You haven't even touched that one.
You're not gonna drink it.
Oh wait.
Could you go slower?
Can you press live on that? I didn't know where we're going live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna pop some bags.
You could also tilt the cameras a little bit more that way.
Towards you? Which
Yeah.
Which way?
Here, right. Perfect. Good job. Way to show restraint. Do it. I wasn't even fighting. Let's see what happens.
Let's roll the dice.
Is that what we're doing right now?
No.
Is that our YouTube video?
That would be the one that would get the most, wouldn't it?
Well,
And
let's
then
do it then.
we'd be back, in a couple weeks.
Who'll be bringing
I mean, we'll be back, right? In a couple weeks.
Sorry to everyone's
We'll
ears.
still be here.
Yeah, mate.
Sorry to everyone's ears. I missed.
Who's bringing his beat back?
Paula.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back, Brew Crew. I really hope you enjoyed that tidbit of whatever the fuck you're listening to. JB, I see you got a beer in front of us. What are we drinking now, sir?
All right, this is time for our I'd Tap That segment, which is
Our tap segment is whether or not we would tap a full keg of this beer or just, have it on draft for a good long while because we want to tap it.
Yeah, these beers are always locally done. They are from the great state of Idaho that we are currently podcasting in. And yes, we decide that as a Brewnomics team, if this beer is tappable or not, and it has to be a unanimous meeting, or at least a three count to get this beer tapped.
Yeah, 75% is what we need.
Mm-hmm.
well, if we have a fifth person on the show, their opinion never really matters to us. It's all about performing the room right now.
Also true.
Not that their opinion doesn't matter, but
We validate their concerns, and then we do what we do anyway. So.
Pretty much.
so this is from Woodland Empire. Love these guys. Fun brewery, cool group of people down there. This is not necessarily a dragon beer, but it was surprisingly hard to find, kind of like a dragon themed beer from Idaho. So sometimes we do the best we can. But I think this one works. It's called Beast Moans. It is an imperial stout. Pint. We got a pint can here. Slapped on label, cool label. It kind of, I say it looks like Cthulhu
It
on
does.
here to me. Not quite a dragon, fucking close enough.
Yeah, it's like a big squid with bat wings. So I don't know if Cthulhu has bat wings.
I don't know. I've never met him.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool dude.
Your Facebook friends. I'm sure he follows us on something. Watching you pour this, it looks fucking viscous.
Yeah.
Dude, it's stuck to the can.
What is
Oh,
that?
good God. What is that?
Wait, what is that?
What is that?
What is that? That was in my class.
Are you kidding?
I am not.
I thought I saw
Look at
like
that.
a lump of
Describe
something that came.
There's like a weird kind of booger, for lack of a better term, that kind of came out of the can. And I drew the short straw, and it was in my glass, just kind of floating there. That is the weirdest thing. Woodland Empire, tell us what this is. We're sure it's just some natural anomaly that happens.
It looks like a malt packet.
Yeah.
This is how aliens invade Earth.
Yeah,
Or a
I
beer.
don't want to drink this anymore.
Now, I'm a little concerned myself.
I was the one that brought this.
Okay.
I will drink it. It was in my glass. I will drink it.
Well, we're all drinking from the same pint.
Yeah. This beer I got from Craft Brewers of Boise, where when I made the appointment for us to go brew, and it cost $8.99 for a 16-ounce pint can. This brew was made, I believe, in 2018. And I need you to scroll up there because I don't have a hold of the can. It's 10% ABV and 65 IBUs, and it has an average rating of 3.88, and that's based on 1,046 ratings. And it was added in 2015, but I believe this is the 2018 version. Does anybody else want to read the description since I read the other thing?
Sure. Yeah, I'm still just taking it back here. Let's see here. Brewed for the cold winter months with malt soaked in-house over seasoned local cherry wood from Kelly's Canyon Orchard. Beast Moans is dark, deep, and warming. The cherry wood smoked malt provides subtle cherry flavor along with a soft, smoky wisp on the finish. Rich chocolate, subtle undertones of cherry and plum with a dry, smoky, and roasted finish. Going for a drink. I'm a little nervous here, but it's fuck it.
Yeah, here we go. Cheers. Bottoms up, boys. Chocolatey.
Very chocolatey.
Oh, what's the F? What's the F?
I do get a little more smokiness off this one than I did.
I don't know, smoky, but roasty for sure.
Yeah, I get a lot of the cherry and plum.
You get cherry and plum?
Mhm.
I don't feel like I'm tasting any of that. Maybe a little plum. I can smell the cherry more than I can taste it.
I'm getting everything that was described in my mouth. Also,
Even the booger.
yes, that's how aliens are going to invade fucking Earth, man, through a beer
That's a pretty good theory, actually.
or alcohol.
If it doesn't kill them.
Just looking at Jerry.
Yeah.
Have you tried this, Jerry, yet?
Mm-hmm.
And what are your thoughts?
I don't really like it.
Okay. I was kind of worried about, because I feel like the whole point of the I'd Tap That segment is to find something that's very sessionable, right? Something that you can drink a lot of pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always weary about bringing a stout in
Especially an imperial stout.
Well, I mean, mostly it was just to try and fit whatever Idaho base beer that we could find that would somewhat match Dragon. And this was as close as we could find. So I was leery about bringing this in, knowing that it was an imperial stout, and that it's hard to drink a full keg of that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We still have imperial stouts or beers that we like, but we don't tap. So we can still make that distinction.
Yes.
I don't even like this one, man.
Okay.
It's just like the skin of a fruit.
Like a plum or something?
Yeah.
Plum skin.
Like wasn't peeled directly or whatever.
Yeah.
Freaks me
A
out.
little bit of foreskin.
Yeah, we are still stuck
Kind of what I
on
thought it was.
Foreskin in our beer.
this mysterious object that was poured.
As we're still
into
drinking from this
glasses.
beer.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
It's not semen.
photo it and send it to Woodland Empire, who we really like them as a
I
brewer.
love Woodland.
They're great. But yeah, this is a weird beer. All right, let's rate it. Let's move on.
Good call.
I'm gonna give this solid 3. I think it's average. I don't think that I would tap this. It's just too dark, too roasty for this time in the summer. It is like 80 degrees outside as we speak, and I do not see myself sipping on this for any long period of time. That's my opinion, though. You guys are your own men. That's his opinion.
It's a little boozy. I'm gonna follow you up there. 3. No, I would not tap it. Sorry, PK. Go ahead.
Yeah, I go 3 as well. Everything, the drink, it was as described, I agree, but it's not necessarily flavors I think are melding together well right now. Maybe it has something to do with the big old log of loogie in our beer, but at the same time, it's not really super special at this particular moment. I'm not too sure how I feel about it in the wintertime as well, but at the same time, it is fucking hot outside. But as a beer itself, yeah, 3.
I don't think psychologically I can get over what happened.
That's fair.
And whatever that thing is that came out of the can. I was like barely able to sip it. It's like it turns my stomach. I given it a 1, and I'd stay the fuck away from it.
That's happened to you.
No.
Jay, I will say this. Just give me yours.
Yeah.
I'm almost done finishing mine. I will drink it because if anybody likes this beer out of all of us, I think it is probably me. And yeah, I'll at least finish it for you.
And so I honestly don't know how else I could rate it. Like I could try, but I cannot overcome.
Well, it said it moans, so.
Yeah, there's some things you can unsee on that one, you know. I think the average rating on Untappd is 3.88, which is super high. Yeah. At least in my opinion right now.
Yeah, agreed. But it is also, like Paula said, hot, wrong time of year to drink this motherfucker. We're saying hot, it's a whole 70 degrees out right now, but hey, for what it's been lately, that's hot. And it's a sunny, beautiful day.
Right. It's mostly that we know that it's a sunny, beautiful day in our heads, and we're sitting in our studio, which is just boiling.
It gets thick.
It's boiling.
It gets thick. It's like we want to turn a fan on, but that doesn't make for very good audio.
No.
Turns out that would be like the real $1 billion idea is whoever invents a silent fan.
I mean, Dyson created the bladeless fan, but it's not silent. It makes a hiss.
Well,
it looks like it didn't succeed. Yeah. All right, gents, let's move on to our
That's what I
main.
get for trying to add content.
Yeah.
What's our main? What do we got? We're doing the whole dragon we hate, we love instead of.
Well, it's pretty much dragons, in quotations. Dragons in media we find more intriguing than Game of Thrones. So this could be literally anything in media, whatever it may be, as long as it's fictional, I guess, which is pretty easy since dragons are fictional.
True.
Do you guys have a favorite off the top of your head?
Favorite dragon?
Yeah. Or dragon-based medium or property or anything that has dragons in it?
I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm not super into them.
I was never super duper into dragons, or even just regular super into dragons.
Okay.
So no.
All right.
I think that.
Wow, this is a great podcast. We just chose a great topic.
Media-wise, though, I mean, dragon-wise, the only thing I've ever seen that legitimately I watched that was based around that I was like, okay, this is cool, was the first How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah. Those movies are awesome. I just bought the third one on iTunes this morning.
Oh, really?
For my kids to watch while I was gone.
Nice.
I still haven't seen that movie
No,
yet.
It's a good fitting end. I'll just put it that way.
Cool.
But I'll let you watch it.
Yeah, that's talk about. I mean, that empire's grown pretty vast on there because they've got their 3 movies, a few series, a bunch of specials, a bunch of video games.
Yep.
Merchandise through the motherfucking roof on there. I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
I want to say there's like 7 or 8 seasons on Netflix of that television show.
Really?
The Dragon Race or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Dragon Riders, which is or Race to the Edge or something like that. Whatever. It's them exploring the world.
People
I've
love
seen
it,
all
though.
of them. Yeah, they're good.
Oh, have you really seen them all?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
I am. I don't care.
That's the only one I think. What else you guys think of?
I like Smaug and the Hobbit movies.
I love Smaug and the Hobbit. Well, yeah, and actually that was
Benedict
one
Cumberbatch.
thing. It was great, and in the book, the Hobbit books too, Smaug is a obviously pretty integral part of it. But I love Benedict Cumberbatch. Have you guys ever watched like the CGI of him doing?
Oh, he gets
Smaug and the
full
behind the
into it. Like he
scenes?
jumps on the table and is like doing all these like dragon type movements to try and get into character. It's pretty cool.
Because he's Benedict Cumberbatch. He's a goddamn kick-ass
I
actor.
know.
Yes, he is. He's also the Doctor.
He is the Doctor.
And
Strange.
Sherlock and Colin.
God,
What?
Hilarious.
are you paying attention again?
Someone just yelled my name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, Jerry had first asked me that question about dragons. The first thing I thought was just a dragon sword. Dragon sword, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Power Rangers. Heck yeah.
Sentient animal,
Green Ranger.
machine.
It counts.
It counts.
Yeah, you call it by flute sword?
Yes. Flute sword.
The dragon dagger. Yeah.
It's flute
That's how
sword.
you control it.
Is that really what it's
Yeah,
called?
yeah, good or bad. You know,
Oh, I
that's
love
fitting.
it. The Dragon Oh God, excuse me, gross.
It was hot.
Nope. Nope. I'm done. Nope. Can't do it.
Did you find more?
That was in yours. Can't do it.
Oh, dude, I don't have a sipper on me. Here, take this away from me then.
Yeah, we're done with that Woodland Empire. If I have more of that weird stuff in it, we're done.
What's happening there?
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. We're just baffled. This is the first time we've ever experienced anything like this. Drinking beer in our collective, I don't know, 30 years of drinking beer.
Jesus.
And it's weirding us out. So.
Oh, I think I lucked out in mine. I had none in there.
Look at
Good.
BDV
Look
over
at
there.
you.
Yeah, good day. Cool. And what I was doing was using a flashlight application to see through my beer a little
You
bit.
torch?
Cool.
I think it's pretty.
Well, I've got whatever slithering inside me, so
Hey, you know what?
give me more beer, please.
If you start losing weight dramatically, yeah, we'll assume that you have a worm inside.
Or gaining weight dramatically.
It does look like
According
a
to that movie.
casing of some sort on there, but it's still off-putting.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, maybe someone can explain that to us. Hopefully that's a natural thing that occurs that we've just run into. I feel
Maybe
like
it's
we're all
to-
pretty seasoned beer drinkers, but that
Do
is
you
a
think we
first
should
for
go?
us. Yeah.
What?
All right. So dragon wise, one of my favorite dragons would be Dragonheart, I think, from the movie Dragonheart.
Is that the one with old woman hitter?
Oh
Sean
yeah,
Connery?
old Sean Connery, Sean Connery.
His name's not Dragonheart, though, right?
No, it's not. I can't remember. That's what they call
That is one.
Dragonheart, though.
Yeah, and then I've always kind of. That's a weird movie to me. Like, he sacrifices part of his heart to save this little boy, who ends up being like just the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
Oh yeah, he's this prince. He's this biggest piece of shit, and then he becomes king, and he's just even worse piece of shit when he has power. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, doesn't feel good.
That's what you sacrifice yourself for.
Good job, Sean. Yeah, but I don't know. I like the dragons in it. I like the relationship that the dragon has with fucking good old that actor. I can't remember his name. Oh my
Dude, it's
god.
been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Gosh, it's done.
Agreed. I do like the movie though a lot. Any of you guys have any? Sorry, BK, were you gonna say something?
No, just looking at you.
Okay. Do any of you guys have any good Sean Connery jokes? Shit, I've got a dad joke for you.
Go for it.
Dennis
So,
Quaid, that's his name. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so Sean Connery's walking through the library, his library, and book falls and hits him in the head. He says, "Well, I guess I have no one to blame but myself."
Bum.
And there it is. It's bad.
Very bad. That's a bad
It
joke.
was dead silence.
Yeah, crickets. I need more beer. I'm desperate. Please give me whatever you're pouring next.
Don't give him his beer.
Speaking of that, the one I liked, and it was kind of surprised because it was the only thing I liked him in for quite a while, even though now I like the dude quite a bit. I'm talking about Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
Is that Rain of Fire movie he was in with Christian Bale?
I like that movie a lot. I have that movie. It's great.
This girl is on fire. Yeah.
John Malkovich is in that movie as well. Basically, it's a post-apocalyptic world where dragons erupted, and there's a king dragon, and they try and kill it because it keeps scorching all their crops for whatever reason.
When did that movie come out?
It was like 98.
2002.
2002.
That was pretty close.
Same era. Yeah.
Let's get that taste out of our mouth real quick and drink the Golden Drac 9000 Quadruple Ale. It is a product of Belgium. Another heavy hitter here, sitting at 10.7%. It is brewed and bottled by Burr van Steenberg.
What, come again?
Imported from somewhere out of Middleton, Massachusetts. But Golden Drac, essentially, the monkish temple that this is brewed at, that's the name of the statue of the big old golden dragon that sits atop it. Am I right on that, Will?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the tap handles will in fact feature a giant golden dragon on it.
And this is there's Golden Drac is the standard, but there are many variations
Yes.
of it. This is the 9000 quadruple. So this is kind of like their Imperial. Let's not
This
fuck
is-
around.
This is the good one. If you're gonna buy any of them, it would be this, and it has a kind of a white little ring around the bottom of the label. Just make sure it says 9,000. That's all you really have to look
Right,
for.
exactly. It's
9,000.
over 9,000.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember this one too.
Yeah, and the temple you're referring to is there's a golden dragon at the top of Belfry in Ghent, which is a place in Europe.
Okay. Probably in Belgium, I think. Cool. Well, in East Flanders. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
good luck. Yeah.
All right. Well, what do we got on Untapped?
Untapped has numbers for you, and they say things and mean things, and they tell us what to do. So this is in that 10.7% alcohol by volume. It
Hot
has
damn!
an average rating of 3.9, derived from 84,000 ratings. It has a total of 114,000 ratings. And those numbers are high because it was added November 7th of 2011. So it's been out for a minute.
In this minute.
Jeez.
We had this on our tournament.
Yes, we did.
You
Yeah,
guys
our,
are following to see how that's going.
So our March Madness Beerology bracket, Brewnomics bracket tournament. We can just keep going with that.
Yeah.
So what do you, geez, 3.9. What do you think of that rating, Will?
For something that's this high ABV, I kind of feel like it's solid. It's a quad. It's it's what you got to know coming into it that it's going to be with the high ABV. You're expecting a little bit of that boozy bite, and I think that this hides it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, this beer basically tells you to put your belt on tight, strap your shoes on, and make sure you have clean underwear on because it is taking you for a ride today.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the bottom.
It is, except it's in Belgish, so you have to have it translated.
That's what that translation is.
This is a phenomenal beer. I really do like it. I don't know if it's like a 4 worthy, which is almost where it is at that 3.9. Because again, it is sweet. It is yeasty, dare I say.
It's wheaty, if anything. I mean, most Belgian ales, like you're gonna find like a Blue Moon or whatever. It's like that. I don't know, kind of like that white ale flavor.
I was getting a white wine out of it. So with me, that's where I'm kind of getting that yeasty thing from, which is good. I'm just kind of nitpicking, but I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeasty and weedy. Sounds like a weird rap duo.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should
I
be
like
a
this
teacher.
Or something you need to see the doctor about.
Yeah, oh, most def, right? Yeah,
Sure.
right. I like this beer. I like a lot of things about this beer, which is like everything. I'm giving it a 4.5.
Wow.
Yes.
But you are, I know you are a huge fan of this style of beer. The Belgians, the Tripels, the Belgian
Dubels
style
and the
beer.
quads.
The whole family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The whole flam family.
Single, double, Dubel, triple, all of it. Paula is up in that business.
No condoms.
I'm not going to rate this quite as high. I do like my Belgians as well. I'm going to go 4.
Yeah, I am going to double down with you. I think 4 is a very apt numerical description for this beer. I think it's really good. It does remind me, I get a lot of those Tripel sensibilities. It has a very European vibe to it, which I'm not opposed to, but yeah, it's good. It'll get you drunk.
Yep.
It'll get you drunk. I did find out this yeasty taste, though. A wine yeast is used for secondary fermentation, which contributes to the grandiose taste of this. So you were correct in your assumption.
You're not wrong, Jerry.
Wine of yeasty beer, so that makes a lot of sense.
My taste buds have come so far since we started this podcast.
Look at that.
So is your belly.
Oh,
If anyone was going to say it, I had to, so you're welcome.
oh, you didn't have that confidence in me as I've been to you today.
Yeah, you have
We should
been
have recorded all that.
abnormally salty in like everything that's either happened before the podcast or like during the break. It's it just makes me feel loved right here.
Oh, that was
Because I missed
quick
it.
though, bro.
I know.
Straight to the belly.
He had it locked and loaded, man. He's ready to go. He's just waiting to fire.
Just looking for them.
Well, so have you. It's okay.
It just comes naturally. I don't look for it.
I wasn't saying I was looking for it.
You know what other dragon I adore?
I don't have to look that hard because
Wait, did everybody
the size
read
of
it?
your. Never mind.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We did. So this is just one of the best movies of all time with one of the most pathetic dragons of all time, but also most hilarious and adorable dragon that still becomes a hero in his own right.
Who are you talking about?
I'll see if anybody can fill in that.
Trogdor?
Yeah, there. No, not. He's an incredibly intimidating dragon.
We love Trogdor.
I'm talking about Mushu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, Mushu. Okay.
From Mulan, man. I remember being like the 5th grade. And this was one of my favorite characters of all time. I love Eddie Murphy as Mushu.
He's so great as Mushu, man. That's probably one of his greatest roles in movies.
It's on you. It's on your family. It's on your cow.
Like a lot.
I just thought of another
Good
movie
choice.
that has a dragon in it.
Go for it.
Never Ending Story with the Luck Dragon.
Oh,
Fangor.
Fangor. Nice, man.
I don't know, it just popped into my head. I'd still actually probably rather rewatch Never Ending Story than watch Game of Thrones again.
Yeah.
So,
I've never
just
seen that movie.
because we're going with that
Really?
qualifier.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, I will loan it to you.
I'm not saying I watch it.
Like, I'd even rather watch Peach Dragon. Speaking of, before that old, 70-something animated one.
They did a remake of that.
I heard it was shit.
It was.
I never watched it though, but I do remember liking the old animated one, but again, it's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Yeah. Oh, it's like Puff the Magic Dragon too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And did you know he lived by the sea?
He did.
He did.
Sorry, that's terrible.
So
My favorite dragon.
I thought,
that story, I had a VHS cassette that was produced by McDonald's back when McDonald's was doing like VHS promotions. Like they did a whole thing with Indiana Jones.
no shit.
Yeah, you could buy any one of the Indiana Jones VHSs from McDonald's, and then they also did like
No
a kids
shit.
series that will have animated movies. And so they had like the triangle people, right? And then the kid who didn't have like the cone on his head. I'm getting blank stares and confused looks from you guys. So this is like before your time, obviously. But there was also a Puff the Magic Dragon that was drawn, and it was, about little Jackie Paper, who was the kid who had trouble talking about his feelings and stuff. And so Puff would come along, and it was about him sharing and overcoming his fears and about pirates and whatever else.
Heard of this.
Oh, me neither.
I will try and find it on YouTube and see if I can't send it to you, because it's like 20 minutes, but it's amazing. I watched it over and over again.
I'm quite intrigued. Quite
You
intrigued.
never catch a dragon well.
Well, okay, so maybe I'll have a hard time
There's
on
another
YouTube.
one. There you go.
That should be a favorite.
Let's talk about, let's talk about
Yeah,
dragons.
you'd rather do that than Game of Thrones.
Dragons in video games, real quick. Just knock those out.
Double Dragon.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Mortal Kombat, Liu Kang's and the whole symbol for the series.
That is true, and literally the whole symbol for the series.
And the melody. Spyro.
There you go. All right. I even think the last God of War game where you had to unlock even Kratos couldn't kill these dragons. He just had to set them free.
Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah,
I think he did kill one dragon.
did he?
Oh, he's Kratos.
Yes.
Well, I almost think because he understood that they were being bonded against their will, so he's like, I don't need to kill these guys. I just need to set them free. So
Legends of Zelda.
he did the
There
right
we
thing.
go.
There you go. There you go.
Jesus. Man, there are a lot of them. There are probably way more that we're missing out
Oh,
on.
no,
too.
sure.
Because I'm sure there's got to be like some in Elder Scrolls,
Oh, yeah.
right? And I'm pretty
Skyrim.
sure, isn't that all about
Shoot, yeah,
Dagrons?
absolutely.
Well,
I think
Dagron's
Fable
already-
had some dragons.
Wow.
Yeah, Fable, I think it did. You're missing a big one there. It's on your list if you look down at it.
Dungeons and Dragons?
No, Spyro.
Paul
All right,
says
so
Spyro.
that-
Oh, well, then I'm an idiot. I'm
That's
sorry,
what
Paul.
it is.
Yeah, you are
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
You do listen to
Damn
me.
it,
And he wasn't listening to me. And that hurts the most when he's not listening.
He really does. I think he just blatantly goes out of his way to not listen.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner. I feel shame.
You should, because right now you're more like Albie the racist dragon.
Albie, the racist dragon. From Flight of the Conchords.
It's like a kid show in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's a Flight of the Conchord. They did like they actually might have made a few callbacks to it. I
Oh,
can't
they did.
remember.
I can't remember. It's
It's been
been
a long time.
Yeah.
I should have left you.
Huh.
Oh, I'm starting to think, run out of dragons here.
Yeah.
What about real dragons like Bruce Lee
Ooh.
Enter the Dragon.
or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Wrestling.
One of the best wrestlers ever lived.
He was a
And
dragon and a steamboat.
he was. Dude, that was pretty funny because he was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and then you had Jake the Snake Roberts. And there's this story I listened to Jake the Snake tell, but it's all over, of how they tried to get a Komodo dragon to come out with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, except they didn't seem to realize that it was a fucking Komodo dragon.
And those things are huge, and they will
Mhm.
eat men alive.
Yeah, and they picked it up somewhere. I can't remember where they were, but it was like just in the back of their car, like a 4-door sedan. And they go in somewhere for like 20 minutes, come back, and the back windshield's broken out, and the Komodo dragon was never seen again.
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Those things will take down cows. They will just run rampant.
Yeah.
They're basically alligators, but meaner.
Oh, dude, they're living dinosaurs, but yeah, they're way more aggressive.
Mhm.
Way more aggressive.
Why would you have that as a pet then?
Dude, right?
To feed people to it.
What are you feeding
Dude,
to
if
it?
you've ever that's one
I don't know,
thing.
James Bond villains.
And I love animals, I love reptiles, but if you've ever seen any documentary or anything there's like a hardcore snake specialist or lizard, they're fucking weirdos.
Yeah,
Like,
most of them.
strange.
I think you have to be a little bit of a weirdo to own a snake.
There are all of them that are a little bit of weirdos, but like the ones that have like these collections and just collections and collections of them, they're a strange bedfellow.
To deal with it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting choice of words there, Jerry.
Yeah. God, what about dragons comic books?
Fing Fang Foom.
That's all I got.
Interesting enough, Fing Fang Foom is kind of like they're kind of like the Skrulls. His particular race, they came to Earth, they wanted to take over, so they kind of shapeshifted into people. Fing Fang actually went dormant for a while, and then was released by the Mandarin, and he had chosen the form of a dragon, because they were in China.
Really?
Mhm.
That's
And
cool.
so at one point, the Mandarin was just like, I can't control this guy because this guy's like fucking summoning of other dragons. And so he joins up with Iron Man to take him down.
Really?
Mhm.
That's rad.
And then Fing Fang kind of puts like his spirituality, I don't know, his soul, whatever, into like a dragon statue, which is then later bought by a Chinese kid, in which case Fing Fang controls that kid and then summons all these lizards to make another dragon. That's pretty dick, right? Yeah.
Wow.
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
Dude, I love that you just could drop that.
That was a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Right on.
That's fucking awesome.
It's weird.
That is
Who the
weird.
fuck thinks of that?
That is weird.
Thanks, PK.
Gotta love creativity. It's fun.
Fing Fang Foom.
Ping, ping, pong.
Who comes up with that name?
That's silly.
What's the most fucking Chinese racist thing you can think of?
Just as long as it's not like Ching Chong Chang or something, it might as well be. Good lord.
Yeah, Fang is definitely one of those names. Good.
But that's one thing I have always thought. One thing about me that I find super fascinating about dragons is that it's cross-cultural.
And there's different types. Like the Orient has like the long, slender type,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like super buff ones as well.
Yeah. And I think I know the answer for that. I have a theory. That's just dinosaurs. So they would sit there and they would find these dinosaur bones, dinosaur fossils, and the concept of millions of years simply didn't exist. So it was just
Scotland and Nessie.
exactly. So I think that's a large part of it, is they would find these fossils or bones and not understand that it wasn't recently dead. They think obviously things like that still roam the earth. So it is kind of cool how they all kind of created these fantastical, pretty much dragons, one way or the other. So it's neat. I love that that's one of the few cross-cultural fables. No matter where you're from or something, you have somebody has some sort of dragon legend behind it.
Yeah,
Super dope.
all different kinds of mythology. It's always there.
Mhm.
Also save Frodo's life. But then he wear like dragon scale.
Yeah, the dragon scale
Yeah.
armor.
That was mithril armor. That was from
But it
deep
was
in the
not-
mountains. It was not
Yeah.
actually made from dragons, but
Oh,
Good.
There you go.
good
But it
reference.
was
More to
pretty
the
much
more to
made
the
to
Taking
survive
me in the jig right now. Yeah.
Well, we each have our own little speciality of nerddom, and sorry,
There you go.
I had to be that guy who was like, actually, no.
Hilarious.
Actually,
I'm the asshole there, so it's okay.
I can't think of any other dragons right now.
All the dragons we've named are much better than whatever's on Game of Thrones. That's where we're at.
And
right
again, the
Yeah.
biggest thing is because I'm pretty sure, with the exception of Albie, but he's just racist. He's not a raper or an ancestor,
He's-
to the
he-
best of my knowledge.
He's a racist dragon.
And that's just
Yeah.
one thing I don't understand about Game of Thrones. The acting, for the most part, is shit. You do have some good ones in there, but it's a lot of bad stuff.
Mhm.
And then it's just tits and dragons and rape and incest.
Sure.
Tits and
Backstabbing.
dragon and backstabbing. And it's just, and this plot line and the storylines, and it's just so, you have a 60-minute episode, and then it's 48 minutes of boredom, 6 minutes of tits, and then like maybe a little bit of action.
There's hardly even a good character to even root for in that whole series.
Yeah,
my
and if there is somebody that's almost good, they die the next episode.
yeah. As soon as they have, somewhat of a conscience.
Either way, yeah, I just, like I said, I tried to fight through, and I couldn't do it anymore.
It's fair.
I'm so glad this is the last season, and hopefully we don't have to hear anything else about Game of Thrones.
Or George R. R. Martin. I did think of one other thing that we forgot to mention.
Oh, did you?
The Dragon Prince anime on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's 2 seasons of that.
Sure.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Go check it out. If you're a fan of, especially if you're a fan of the How to Train Your Dragon series, go check that one out.
Are there actual dragons in it?
Yes.
Cool. I don't know.
I got another dragon.
Yeah?
Shenron from Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball in general.
Nice.
He's kind of like a
There you
genie.
go.
You collect the balls, and he'll grant you one wish. Good or bad, he'll do it. Also, he's very courteous, and if it's like a stupid wish, he'll be like, think about it.
You sure? Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know
that
that.
way. Yeah, he's like, you traveled the world to summon me. It's taking you like fucking 20 years of your life.
This
And
is
you
what
want
you want?
you want a fucking hot pocket?
You 100%
Pepperoni
about that?
pizza, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just that cool. And that's what I always loved about it. I was like, think about your fucking wish, bro.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love that, man. I'm sure. I don't know. Let's crack another beer since we're actually pretty short on this episode. We have one more. Let's crack it up, and then we'll finish. And then if anybody comes up with anything, just throw it out there.
Blurt it.
And Brew Crew, yeah, let us know if you think of anything that we may have missed out on, or throw us a bunch of hate. I don't care. If you fucking love Game of Thrones, and like, you guys are wrong.
Yeah, let
This
us
is
know
why
why.
it's great.
Yeah.
You're welcome to your opinion, and we
Most of our
support that,
friends, yeah.
and we love it. We know everybody does. We just, gotta get a little feisty.
We do.
sometimes, right?
We gotta like stir the pot a bit, you know?
Absolutely. But if you like it, that's fine. There's nothing, there are much, much, much worse things on earth to like than Game of Thrones. But come on, the rape and the incest, though. There's
Yeah.
so much of
There's
it.
a lot.
Tone that shit down.
Come on, HBO.
I mean, and it's not just us being like simply puritanical about this. That shit's just wrong ethically, morally, and just fucking all day. It's wrong.
Yeah, we came from a very vast background of religion and beliefs in this room,
Yes.
and I think that is one thing that we can all greatly agree on.
Yeah.
This is part why we don't watch the show. You know?
Yeah.
Not
Like,
cool. Not fucking
Cool.
cool.
So,
All right, guys.
Wiener.
Wiener.
so our last Dragons one is one of the most famous dragon beers, if not the most famous. It's the Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. From New Holland Brewing out of Michigan? Yeah, Holland, Michigan. Michigan got goddamn good beer in that state, man.
It's all up in that little tiny little quadrant up near Valparaiso.
They do it.
If you can look up where that is, that's right where the good brewing is.
It's like the Central America's answer to Portland, you know? Or
100%. 100%.
I like it's good. I like that.
Really?
Not Central American. It's
We got it.
Yeah.
Middle America.
Middle America. Thank you.
With how dark that beer is, I'm just watching you pour it to look for fucking.
Dude, right? Little remnants of shit falling out too. I know I've got a little paranoia about that as well. This one looks clean so far though.
Oh, I love this beer.
We'll talk to our people we'll make it better. But yeah, dude,
This
this
some clout.
I brought this bomber, and I want to say it cost me $6.99.
It's not a cheap beer.
Maybe $7.99.
I can't remember exactly what they are, but I was looking and I want to say it. I usually see this for, because I don't think they sell in 6-packs. I think it's one of those 4-pack ones.
It is definitely a 4-pack.
And I usually see it about $12.99, $13.99 for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
If I recall.
The $13.99 for a 4-pack is 100% correct. This was just a 22-ounce bomber that I bought.
Ah. Ooh, I actually, that might be correct. I believe they do sell that in 6-packs.
You could be right. You could be right. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. But this 11% is kind of where it hovers on that fluctuation between is it going to be a 4 or a 6. But either way, it's a little bit more priced one. But again, it's an 11% Imperial Stout.
Damn.
So,
We're playing for keeps.
Play for keeps.
Today, my forehead's sweating. It's hot.
Dude.
Yeah, we're boiling a little bit in this room. Jerry's taking off his hat. That means it's hot.
Yeah, right.
And here's the thing.
Hair.
It's not even summer yet.
No, it's going to get warmer. We're going to have to figure something else out. But our last room got real hot too. We survived last summer.
We did. It was toasty. We did it.
Yeah, that was a hot box. That was a prison room.
Dude.
That was my old bedroom.
Yeah, dude, that one was tough.
We'll just do more episodes pantless, and everybody on YouTube and Facebook will just have to enjoy.
We'll just change the camera angles all the way.
Just a little bit. I don't think.
I think we're actually good on camera angles right now. Yeah.
I think we're
If you guys are watching, my shorts aren't on. Let me know if you can see my dick. You probably couldn't even if it was pointed right at it, though.
Sure.
By that I mean the camera and my dick. Tiny. What do you guys think of this beer? You said you've had it before.
I like
Paul?
Dragon's Milk.
I honestly don't know if I've ever had this beer.
So this is a beer that Jerry gets a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when he and I were rooming together, he'd just get this, and you'd be like, "This is what we're drinking tonight." I'm like, "Cool, we're drinking it." So I've had this beer quite a bit.
I would not want to drink this a lot. It tastes like a German chocolate cake. It's delicious.
This would not get tapped
But
for us.
Holy crap!
Maybe
it
Jerry
is.
would tap it.
But I don't know.
Oh,
This
totally.
yeah.
It's thick, but it's sweet.
Dude, smooth AF. Yeah, like it a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a tasty beverage. And not super boozy. I don't get that 11% like right off the front end of it.
Not at the front end, but you wait a little bit, and it kind of kicks back at you. You know,
yeah.
once you breathe out for a second.
Sure.
This taste actually reminds me a lot of the Beast Moans. As somebody who drank probably more of that beer than either of anybody else in this room, their flavor profiles are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you. And just kind of reading looking at the description, with the vanilla and the oaks and the roasty malts, that kind of makes sense.
This tastes like it has a little bit more lactose in it, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think actually does help calm it down quite a bit. You're not getting like that chocolate Tootsie Pop flavor. You're getting more of a traditional chocolate
I agree.
flavor.
It tastes from what little bit, because again, I didn't drink as much, but it seems a lot more natural
Mhm.
sweetness in
Mhm.
this one.
That's a good way to put it.
Agreed.
Again, still, it's too much for me right now. Why do we have 2 stouts on this episode?
Because dragons.
But it is tasty. We give it like a 3.5. I don't want to drink any more of it.
Wow, so wimpy.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
These
I mean,
stouts are breaking me down.
You're giving us so
man.
much shit right now.
Why
Every
are
one
they
of us.
breaking you down, man?
Man.
That's true.
I mean, your pants are off. Like, you just man up. Do it. Come on. Have some more of the Drac. Mix them. There you go.
I'm gonna take it
That's
back.
what you can do. You can mix them.
You guys go on. I'm just taking that snooze here.
Go for it.
Okay,
Go
so
for
yeah,
it.
let me go over some untapped situations here. We have 31 IBUs. This is 11% alcohol by volume. This is sitting at a 4.06 average rating, derived from 229,232 ratings.
Jesus Christ, this is a popular beer.
Yeah, it was added August 22nd.
And that's right when
2010.
Untapped started, right?
2010, yeah.
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 So right around the
So yeah, this is a flagship beer for Untapped. Very interesting. Yeah, this is a stout with roasty, malty character intermingled with deep vanilla tones, all dancing in an oak bath.
This beer was actually, along with the topic, called out by Zeb. So thank you again.
Thanks,
He
Ed.
suggested that we get this and we have it on our show.
He's always grinding for us.
Because he's out there grinding.
I get it, Paula. Shit.
Wow.
You guys rated, so I rated it.
Yeah, you gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm
That's the
gonna,
whiniest 3.5 I've
The
ever
whiniest.
I don't want it.
I recognize that's a decent deal, but at the same time, I'm not about it.
Shut up, you're bitching and moaning for drinking. You don't do that shit while over here.
That's weird.
I know.
Intense. Yeah, I'm gonna do a 3.75. It's a lot right now, and it's purely because of the season that I'm in. It's May. I don't enjoy stouts this time of year. That's a winter beer for me. So I'd like to come back again and try this again, October, November, see what I think about it. Although I do think it's a really well flavor profiled beer. I'm not making sense.
No.
We've been drinking a lot of high alcohol beer, and if you think we start drinking on this podcast,
No,
You're
just
fucking
like-
wrong.
no,
You don't know us.
no,
it's a whole day. Yeah.
no.
We gotta stay healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want the flu.
So
We have to overcome our fear before we talk on the mic.
There's no fear,
There's
man.
no
It's just
fear.
fucking. It's like you kind of gotta get sober. So you gotta drink a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
You gotta get right. Yeah. Get those erections out.
Oh.
I love this beer. Jew Jerry and I, when we did live together, like this is a beer that he and I would drink like on a weekly. So this is a thing that I do drink on a weekly now. I at least get at least once or twice every week.
Wow.
This is one for our Campbells that came on, both Peter and Paul, especially Paul. I could see drinking this motherfucker
Yeah. Oh, totally. I can see that.
often.
3.75 though.
Okay,
That's my rate.
nice. Will and Vic, did you guys rate it?
Yeah,
it's hard to
yeah.
know.
Vic gave it a 3.75. It's up to me. I'm going to triple down. 3.75.
3.5. Okay.
I feel like the most of the ratings that we give beers on this on the show are right around in the 3 areas. So I really try and like be a little bit more critical about, do I like this enough to give it a 4? Should it jump up to that next area? And it's just a little bit too thick for me to hit that 4 mark. And I've already given out 2 4s this episode, so I don't know. It's good. It's not bad.
Go with your heart. Go with your
3.75.
Cool. Right on.
Somewhat hard. That means something.
Okay.
So I think that's about it. At least it is for me. Have you guys been watching anything, doing anything, reading anything, playing anything, drinking anything?
I've been trying to finish Ultraman. It's been hard because I've been doing stuff, but I've been thoroughly enjoying
The new
this.
one?
Yeah, this anime.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were just gonna at first have to go back and rewatch all the old Ultraman first,
Oh, it's
or if you're getting into the new
it's
one.
refreshing. There's a lot of throwback to it. There's fan service, obviously, but it's not like thrown at me. It's more like, hey, this is happening. You're like, oh
Okay.
shit, nice. Yeah.
Because I have thought about watching that one, but I'd probably get to the Voltron animated one first.
I would say finish that before anything, because that's just gold.
The
Yeah.
Voltron?
Voltron's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Will?
I watched The Mule with Clint Eastwood recently. And
What is it? I don't know that movie.
You don't know the
Wanna
movie?
that movie?
so this movie is about Clint Eastwood being a mule or a drug cartel transportant for their company,
Oh, okay.
where he's driving cocaine or heroin or whatever in the back of his truck, delivering it to places. And they keep giving him larger and larger deliveries. The FBI is cracking down, trying to find him. He keeps evading them. That part was all great, but if you have not seen any one of the following 3 Clint Eastwood movies, that being $1 Million Baby, Trouble with the Curve, or Gran Torino, go watch one of those instead of this movie,
Okay.
because I found it very unsatisfying.
All right.
It was predictable, and Clint Eastwood's always great to watch, but the plot of the movie was just kind of boring. Bradley Cooper was in it and didn't do anything fun.
That's too bad.
Yeah. I also watched Vice,
You only
another
get-
drama.
You only get one.
No. I also watched Vice.
But couldn't make it a group consensus.
Yeah.
Since you only get one, guys.
What do you guys think?
Tell him, Jerry.
Everybody gets one.
Don't go watch it.
So the Vice
Vice.
documentary. What is
Yeah,
this?
Vice about Dick Cheney.
Oh,
Christian
okay.
Bale.
Yeah, I have no desire to watch that. Why did you
Okay.
watch that?
I felt like being angry at the world.
Nothing wrong with that.
I thought it was going to be funnier than what it was, and it just.
You just slapped over Frodo and The Rock.
I'm
over it.
Yeah, I don't know why I do these things to myself.
Okay, so don't. Yeah, I didn't
I'm watching
watch
bad
that
movies
anyway.
for your betterment,
So we know
everybody.
not to. So I watch-wise, since today was Cinco de Mayo, I of course had to celebrate with just binge watching a whole shit ton of Eddie Guerrero wrestling matches.
I thought that was going to be a whole different end to that sentence.
No, but I did think it was interesting when I went back and watched one from like 1996 or 1997. It was WCW. It was a sold-out pay-per-view. Technically, WCW was put on by the NWO. They didn't have any entrance music, and when Eddie Guerrero walked out, it was members of the NWO announcing him, and they announced him as the little Mexican jumping bean.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty racist.
And I was just like, what the fuck did I just hear?
At the same time, this is also a wrestler who would come out with like a mannequin head that had something written on the.
It was Help Me, and that was Al Snow, and that was like 10 years later, you fucking uneducated Ritz. Just shut up.
Wow.
It had nothing to do
Yikes.
with it. He wasn't even, I don't even think Al Snow was ever in WCW.
But that was Eddie Guerrero doing that, right?
No, that was Al Snow. That was a white guy. Is he trying to argue with me?
I'm not gonna argue.
I'm not going to argue with it, but my memory of that
Is wrong.
is probably wrong. But I never liked that either wrestler. So
This guy.
But you know, that's like the time, the era. It's just like it was okay to say that sort of thing.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of
it was
weird,
just-
but it was just going back. Sometimes it's weird hearing that stuff again, just
Truly
so
is,
casual.
yeah.
And then this is one Vic and I have been doing together.
Mhm.
And it's playing Mortal Kombat 11.
God damn. We'll finish this story today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good story.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It was a good story for the most part. I'm not going to spoil the ending by any stretch because I'm sure there are a lot of people that haven't played this game and want to yet. I don't know if I loved it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was fitting. I watched the movie. I didn't.
Did you?
I didn't get to play the game, but I watched the
You
movie.
watched it. It's all. I'm pretty sure it's all available on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long was it?
4 hours and 20 minutes.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah.
It took me a couple days and scrubbing back
Okay.
and forth, but I kept doing it.
Sure. Well, it's a captivating story, that's
Yeah.
for sure. I think the story on 10 was better than this one.
I would agree with
personally.
that. Yeah.
I like
Um,
Injustice 2 or even Injustice 1.
Oh, for
story
sure. Oh,
better.
easily. But these ones still did a good job. But again, a big key of this one is time travel, and I always have weird issues with time travel.
Which is funny because like time travel, this story happened the same time Endgame happened. So
Dude.
like, dude, that's a lot of time travel fucking silliness going on right now.
Right? With
Silly.
wildly different
So,
opinions on time travel and how they work and views and stuff too.
None of you guys are eager to see any of the Back to the Future movies at all.
No, I fucking love those.
Well, yeah,
movies.
Vic
Same
loved
thing.
them. I love number 2.
Dude, or for me, if it's time travel, we're going Doctor Who for me, and I don't
Oh.
want any of that right
Oh,
now. Yeah,
okay.
you didn't know I love the Doctor Who?
I mean, I see a Rick and Morty Doctor Who T-shirt.
And then there is literally a Doctor Who sticker right there in front.
Yeah,
And
and
I
I also you pointed that out about the TARDIS and all of that with the little.
The most of time
phone
travel
book.
I do is the Flash, and I'm still pissed off at the Flash.
Dude,
You know, I'm like,
yeah.
stop fucking up, Barry.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, time travel is so frustrating because it's so inconsistent. Obviously, it's not real. There's never been a time travel thing within itself. Rather, it's Doctor Who, Endgame, Mortal Kombat, The Flash, that even follows its own rules of time travel.
Even Back to the Future.
Thank
doesn't even
you.
Yeah,
follow its
Like,
own
no,
rules.
No.
it's just, come
Dude,
on.
it's just one of those plot devices that it's exactly that. It's a plot device that
It's a-
serves the
yeah.
story in whatever rules that it creates in
One
the
of the
story.
cheapest
Time
plot
cop.
devices, in my opinion.
Fucking time cop. dude.
And yet it's
Jesus.
entertaining.
The one.
Oh my
It can
gosh.
be.
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
But you guys mentioned
And there's a
time
lot
travel.
of things that can be fun with it too, but also it can be just the cheapest of cheap plot.
Yeah, it can be batshit insane.
You guys got anything else good for the Brew Crew before we boogie woogie on out of here?
Go axe throwing.
Yeah,
Do it.
throw an axe at a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kill Albie the racist dragon.
Yeah, fuck that dragon.
He's a piece of shit. Fucking racist. All right, guys. That seems like we need to end.
We're a little bit
But
done.
it
We've
is
been
time
drinking.
to finish. All right. Well, as always, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell your friends, tell your family. Buy a friend a beer.
Hell yeah. Oh, and come out and visit us again on May 18th.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be there from 4 p.m. to about 9 p.m. is about when we'll wrap up at Craft Brewers of Boise.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Until next time, I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Be good to people. I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
I'm Vic.
I'm Will.
Cheers.
Cheers.
YouTube, it's hot, so we're going to kill the computer because it's just creating more heat. Cheers.
God damn.